Bro, I promise you, my way will be the easiest and most effective way to get your drum smacking, bro. Watch this. So, this is the track, not the track, but this is the multi-track session from a random service we did. I figured I would use it for some of these tutorials, so I'm gonna let y'all hear what it sound like first before I get started on the drum.
Showing you the way to the grave. So you from heaven to earth. That's it. You came from heaven. You came from heaven to earth. Yeah. You came from heaven. You came from heaven to earth. So you came from heaven. You came from I bet the enemy's mad. The enemy's mad. The enemy's mad. You came down. I bet the enemy's mad. You came down to save me.
So now I'm gonna let y'all hear these drums. So make a note. This was the original kit, but for some reason I don't know whether a chord was loose or we had a bad chord, but it had a real bad staticky clicking noise in it that I could not stand. So I replaced it. So if y'all want to know how I replaced it, just leave a comment. But I'm gonna sit here and I am going to treat this like a regular kick. So just pretend this one is not here. So we're gonna say this one is not here. I just don't want to delete the original track. So the drums, let's see what they sound like right now. I mean, they don't sound bad, but I don't know if y'all can hear, but I can still hear like other instruments in the background. And granted, this is a church service, so I'm not expecting much. So we're gonna start with this kit. Reminder, this is the replace kit. I think I'm using Jan Hunter samples or something. It's either that or I believe it was something from John Mike. But usually I start with this NLS channel. So let me go here. Where is it? It's in waves. And actually, for some reason, this sampler is stereo. So we are going to get us a gain plugin. Actually, let me see if this. Yeah, we're just gonna use a gain plugin. Stereo. But we're gonna change it to mono. Then we're going to get us the NLS channel. Add some saturation on it. It already sounds good, but you know. Stereo. The kick should not be in stereo, guys, but I'm not really sure what's going on with it. But just ignore that too. We're just here for the content. We're going to set it to number 4. This is my drums VCA group. I usually turn the drive to about 4. Make sure it gets something in there. Now, like I said, we're going to pretend this is not showing stereo. And we're going to pretend like this is our regular kit. Because this is not a usual thing where my kick is messed up. But it's not in stereo, it's in mono. I'm not really sure why it's still showing that. And I really don't feel like deleting Logic. Restarting Logic. Let me me see. Next, I'm gonna do the SSL channel. It's SSL. This is what gives my kick the tone that I like. I usually go with this first one right here. Give me a gate. Add a little bit of low end. That already by itself is smacking. I ain't gonna lie to you. Without SSL, with it, and for the kit, low key, that's literally all I do. So unmixed, mix. All right. So now I'm gonna move on to my snare. So I will say everybody kind of has like different ways that they mix their snares, but I'm gonna show y'all what works for me. So usually I start with this NLS channel again. I'll go mono, and we're gonna send it to that same VCA group. So drums. I'm gonna turn this drive up to about 4. I like to get it around here. I don't want it in the red because sometimes it gets a little too much saturation. I'm not really feeling that. NLS channel, we're gonna then actually one thing I forgot. So let's turn this off just for hypothetical. We are going to, I'm going to take my snare and put it to the left just a little, just to take it off the center. Then I'm going to turn this NLS channel back on. Now I'm going to go back to my SSL channel. Alright. Now from that same group of presets, I'm going to hit this one. See that gate? And these presets already have like set gate settings in here that work for the most part. But most of the time, these compression settings, these gate settings, expansion settings are already like I like them. Now I do wish we had a snare bottom mic, but mess with this a little bit. I feel like it's missing a little bit of body a little bit. And actually, we can so this knob is the release for that expander / gate. I want to make sure that I cannot hear the rest of the drum set when he hits the snare hit. So right now I'm hearing a little too much. So the more I move this over. But let me show you. All the way over, I don't want to cut off like that either. So we're going to start here. And we're going to slowly move it up. Feel. Spraying in the mouth. Alright. We're gonna wait for some more snare hits. Nope, still need some more. Still good. Use some more. I mean, some of this, you just not gonna get out. Keep it above with you. Now, I don't want to cut it to the point where it's cutting off some of the actual snare hit, but I'm trying to avoid all those cymbals. See, no, that's not bad, but I'm gonna push it up just a little to get that tail in. Without this, here are all those cymbals. Turn that back on. That's much better. Now, what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to put this up some. This is my high pass filter. To about 50. I'm gonna do 40. Actually, no, I love it. 50. Now, one thing I do like to do, I like to check and see if I like the way CLA Drums has this snare sound. So we are going to see if it's a snare. Let's see if I like it or not. Just turn the sub off. Reverb off. See, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this. I'm also, I feel like it's losing some body, but let me turn this bass back on, turn it to upper, lower. Gate. I low-key like it without CLA, not gonna lie to you. But I can turn some of this high end up, some clarity. So this is, yeah. So this is without my CLA. So no SSL. Go back. This is the raw snare with no SSL. Then we're gonna do it with the SSL channel. So the kick and snare together. And low key, I wish we had a snare bottom mic, like I said, but we'll do the best we can. So now we have, let's move to these overheads. Now for the overheads, you always want to move overhead left, all the way left, overhead right, all the way right. Now, what I like to do is take overhead left, actually no, I lied. I like to first do this in the left channel. Send this to the drums group. Check it to about 4. And I want to do the same thing here. Take this one to 4 as well. 4 and 4. So I'm gonna turn these up a little bit so y'all can hear them a little better. You see, I don't like to hear all that. I should not hear the bottom of the organ. I hear the bass guitar, the organ. So we're gonna go right back to Old Faithful, SSL channel. We're gonna start with the left channel. Now you should only hear it out your left ear. So we're gonna move this all the way up to about 100. I like to add some shimmer. And usually I would start with the preset. So I'm gonna do that here. Now the problem with the preset with SSL channel, the way I like it to sound, I like it to breathe. This is not breathing to me at all. A 20 ratio is kind of crazy to me. I usually take it down to light. Not gonna lie to you. Now they absolutely, I'm gonna take this down to about 200. That's some more shimmer. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this directly over. So drums, correct. This SSL channel is gonna move over as well. Let's some of that. There we go. So now you can hear that it got lighter you're here, you can hear the bass guitar in the background. That's enough. Yeah. So let's do the overhead snare. Now, granted, this kick is bothering me a little bit because to me, samples don't sound real like by themselves sometimes. But the way the original one sounded, I had to song. I ain't gonna lie to you. So now, let's move to these floor toms, right, these toms. So let's start with this one. Alright, so for the floor tom, we're just gonna move this over because they're all under the same VCA channel on NLS. So move this over, move this over. So for my panning for the toms, whatever side I pan from the audience point of view. So the way I think about it is the floor tom should always be all the way on one side. So I'm thinking if I'm in the audience, his floor tom is going to be on this side, which is why I panned it all the way to the left. This rack tom, I like to do these like half and half. So one side to 35, one side to 35, left and right. Like I want to hear them moving in my headphones. Like if they're in just like straight down, it just sound weak to me. So we got NLS channel. Can't talk. So same like we did for the snare and the kick, we're gonna start with this floor tom. Let's find a spot where he hitting the jump. Alright. Now listen to this on repeat to hear what I'm really doing. Like everything else, floor tom preset. Now for this floor tom, I love the clarity of that. Like that right there just sounds clean to me. But what we're gonna do is see if we can get some of that lead out. But like I said, we don't want to cut off the actual sound of the tom. So let me find another spot. Let's try right here. See? He's hitting both at the same time, so it's kind of tricky. So I could turn this release down some so I don't hear that snare hit afterwards. Maybe a little more. Still heard it. I don't want to cut off the drum, like I keep saying. See? Now that's better. So let me let y'all hear it with NLS and without it. That's night and day to me. And we still not done with it. So that's the floor tom for right now. That sounds absolutely terrible. We're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna select the rack tom preset. Here we are. Presets. Rack tom. I still like to bring some of this up some. This is the high end, red high end. Green is mids. Down here's lows. So for this one, quiet that down some. That's what I love to hear. but I want to hear the whole hit. But at the same time, I don't want to hear all the other drums. Let me see if I can find another spot. Let's do here. Maybe a little more. I don't want to go too aggressive on the gate and release, because there's also a gate in CLA, which I'm gonna use together in a minute. So this is the right time, and we're just gonna copy this over. This is what the toms sound like so far. Somewhere in here, this gate is really failing me. It's this one. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly. I might have to hit the threshold with this one, because let me go back. The bleed is crazy. Oh my god, turn this release way down. That's better, but I gotta turn all the way down at this point, because this one was bad. Good lord. Get a whole drum set this one. Like I said, my release is all the way down. My threshold's all the way up. Like, it's sometimes just gonna be like, that's what it is. This is a church service, like I said. We're not in the studio. We're just doing the best we can. Let me turn this up some. As long as I can hear the whole hit, I'm good. Let's bypass this and see what we do. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's better than this. Let's see. Hear these toms together. This is when I hear if my release is too low. So it's not perfect, but we're going to leave it for right now, because we're always going to make adjustments. So let me see. So now what I usually do, we're going to take these toms and we're going to send them to, you see I have where is it at? A toms bus. We're going to send them to bus 8, all 3. There it is. So now they're coming through here. So now you're hearing toms through here. So this is where the magic happens. This is where I still put my NLS. We're going to put it on the same VCA channel. You're going to get the secret weapon that makes everything 10 times better. Where is it? My CLA. There we go. And we're going to set it to this toms. Yeah. Now, I don't like it when this lower is on sub. Can't stand it. Lower. Treble, I put it on top. Turn it up some. Turn this up some. Compression, up a little bit. Reverb, we'll do that manually later. And gate, I turn this gate up. Like I said, this will help with all the extra stuff I couldn't get out with just SSL. Yeah, this sounds weird now, but in the mix, it'll sound alright. Now, if this was a record, I would go through and cut some of this stuff, most of this stuff out. This is just my quick, rough, when I don't have time to sit here and go through every track. And now I do want some more low end and some more treble. Now let's see. Don't start that, bro. Alright. Let me see what these sound like. So this is everything so far. Now what I'm hearing, these overheads could come up some. Alright. So now we're gonna put some verb on these drums. So for this, drum verb, I took it off. So for the drum verb, my go-to all the time is going to be, actually it's in Logic. Where is it? I ain't been on Logic in a while, y'all, my bad. Stereo. And let's see if we can find the drum plate. Yep, this is my go-to. I turn the wet all the way up. And actually, go on this EQ. Gonna take this. Just catching a bunch of harsh frequencies we don't need. Remember, this is the quick way. Sometimes I will usually go in there and do some surgical EQ, but this is just a multi-track. I'm not really that pressed for it right now. So for this drum verb, we are going to do a send to that drum verb, which is bus 11. So first we're going to start with these overheads, send these to bus 11, just a little bit. All right. Now, these toms right next to it, bus 11. The toms I love to put more on, so about right there. Again, it'll be adjusted. Kick, no verb. Snare, bus 11. Put some on here as well. Let's see what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what that is. We're gonna see. Y'all are seeing real time what this consists of. I gotta get that click out there. It's so annoying. I'm not really sure why it's... And this is why you want to clean your toms. This right here. Did this help? A little bit, but not much. Pretty strong so far. Now, in my opinion, in the midst of the mix, these drums will be sent to a second reverb for the room. So this is just the tom reverb. Drums bust. I like to add a little of compression. Want much compression. Alright. What else do I do? Actually, I forgot a step, y'all. Forgot the NLS, which goes on every single track. So we're gonna send this to the drums. 4. Alright. Compression. Now we're gonna get a regular EQ. Will be done to these drums once we move farther into this multi-track session, but as of right now, this is the starter point. This will get you to sound, make them sound decent. Yep. So appreciate y'all for watching. Next video will probably be keys and organ. All right.